It was meant to be just another office gathering, a casual night to celebrate my wife's project success. She had put in countless hours, and I wanted to be there to support her. When we arrived, the place was buzzing. Music filled the air, people were laughing, drinks in hand. Everyone seemed to know her and greeted her with warmth. She was glowing, confident, relaxed in her zone. Then I saw him. Jordan. Tall, charming, and far too familiar with my wife. He hugged her a little too long, smiled a little too wide, and completely ignored me at first. When she finally introduced us, he gave a quick nod and turned back to her, as if I were invisible. I brushed it off. Maybe he was just being overly friendly. But as the evening went on, I couldn't shake the feeling. He touched her arm too casually, leaned in close to whisper things that made her laugh while siding me. It wasn't subtle. He wasn't just a coworker, he was testing limits, and I could feel it in my chest. We moved through the crowd, chatted with her colleagues. But Jordan kept reappearing, always inserting himself into our conversations, always edging too close. Then came the snide remarks, disguised as jokes. "Man, I don't know how you keep up with her." Or, "We probably spend more time together than you two do." People chuckled, but I didn't. Kept calm, but I watched. I listened. Then came the turning point. Someone suggested playing truth or dare. Childish, sure. But my wife nudged me to join, saying it would be fun. I went along, more for her than me. Jordan, of course, jumped in and sat right across from me, smirking like he was 15 again. When his turn came, he picked dare and locked eyes with me. "I dare you," he announced, "to show us how tough you are. You and me, arm wrestle." The room went silent. He wanted a show. My wife looked uneasy, but didn't object. He wanted to embarrass me in front of everyone. Pause. Looked at him. Looked at her. Then back to him. "All right," I said quietly. "Let's do it." We cleared space on the table. A small crowd gathered. This wasn't a party game anymore. It was personal. We locked hands. His eyes gleamed with overconfidence. What he didn't know was, I'd been lifting for years. I never had to prove myself. Till now. He pushed hard, fast, trying to win quickly. Held firm. Unmoving. Then I began to push back. Slowly but surely his arm bent. He gritted his teeth, straining. But it was no use. I slammed his hand to the table in seconds. Laughter. Jordan looked shocked. His grin. He rubbed his wrist and muttered something about feeling off. My wife looked at me with a surprised smile, one I hadn't seen in a long while. Felt good, not because I won but because I stood firm without shouting or showing off. After that, Jordan kept his distance, barely made eye contact. And my wife, she stayed close, held my hand, leaned into me more. Felt like something had shifted, like she saw me differently, or remembered who I've always been. On our way out, she squeezed my hand. "You didn't have to do that," she said softly. "But I'm glad you did." I kissed her forehead and smiled. Some moments don't need words. They just need the right response. That night reminded me of something vital. Respect isn't always preserved through silence. Sometimes action speaks loudest. Jordan got the message. And I reminded both of us of the man I truly am.